Haneti, Ore Bilinao, Ore Bilinao, Natawa village, Natawa village, Natawa village. No say to go. Because I'm happy Saturday to each and every one of my fans out there. Good morning if your morning is in your side. Good afternoon if it is afternoon in your side. Then good evening if it is evening in your own side. Then good night in my own side because Cheer Jela here. As we wait for my people to join the live show, let us continue entertaining ourselves with this humble message from my friend, my father, and also my Dibia in terms of intellectuals by name Dr. Charles Apoki. As you people join, then we can be able to start up the show. But for now, let us continue listening to Dr. Charles Apoki on his stand over these shenanigans of Chinedu, of Wazobia, and D1 of Nowhere, and the very dark black man of Rate family. Oya, let us go there.
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.
Yes, so
I want to just share with you what Nedu and the Honest Bunch, what their podcast did to me. I am not party to any present controversies happening there. I just want to share my own experience, and it is funny.
Yes.
Number one, I never knew them until that week. Number two, they thought I was living in Lagos, and then I was setting up in Ugili here to do an online broadcast when they said I should come to Lagos, and they paid for my flight to and from Lagos. They paid for my hotel accommodation. I paid for my food in the hotel. And when they said they wanted to make a refund, I told them that they couldn't pay me. They couldn't pay me for my time. It's not pride, it's just the truth. And I want to thank them for inviting me.
Okay. Particularly
the owner of the studio and the business there. I won't call his name. But there are some things that happened after that. Please note this. You can go for an interview and say many things. It's only a few that will stimulate the ears of the people that they will remember.
Yeah.
When I said I will give financial orgasm, I never knew it would become my nickname around the world. When I said I was the 2-minute man, I never knew it would become the slogan all over the world.
Okay.
So I was heading, today I can't hide. I was heading to Ghana to go and commission to give a lecture in a library. The place is called Where Beats and Books Meet. Very complex concept.
If you join, please let me know where you are watching from. This program is just 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 10 minutes program or thereabout. So the earlier we join this program, the better for all of us. Because I say well, as I wait for my audience, you can continue with this entertainment of Dr. Charles Apoki over his experience on going to Honest Bunch podcast and experience so far after that podcast. So, as we wait, let us continue to listen to these heartwarming messages. Please, if you join, let me know where you are watching from. Your name possibly or your nickname.
Run by one young Edo man, Lucky, yes. So I was immigration, transiting through the immigrations in any country, anything can happen. And somebody just saw my the West African travel document and my yellow card. They won't allow this yellow card. But I got there, as I was on the queue, one of the immigration officers just saw me. Hey, see the man. He was introducing me to another woman. See the man where he talks, say, make you no waste time on top of woman. Now the man be this, now the man be this. And I had an express treatment and royal treatment. So of everything I said, I won't use the exact words he used because of my age. He said that was what he remembered. When I came back from Europe, I was flying from Abuja to Osubi, and one of the security ladies saw me. I started screaming, financial orgasm. I want financial orgasm. I want financial orgasm. I was me, usually a very shy man. I became much, is it shayo or shyer? I became shayo or shyer. And it was very exciting and interesting.
Please let me know where you are watching from. Frank Iso, happy weekend, my brother. Because I'm when I go manage my voice like this, when I go manage my voice like this, the most important thing there is for you to capture the message I brought to you, not only the sound of my voice. After all, people understand Wike when he speaks. And I'm very sure that this voice is even 1 million times better than that of Nyesom Wike. So if you can understand Wike, that means this my voice now will direct to heaven or hellfire if there is anyone existing. Ndị otu m na-aya bịa kịta bịa nwụrụ m kịta ka ata m gwogwo ka su ya. Once you talk about Christianity now, you don't become a public enemy. The Christians. On a way down, I beg make on a join. Happy weekend, Frank. Where are you watching from? I beg you are watching. Your location, please. All the very, very important part so that my angels of blessing, my chief will locate you and bless you abundantly for dabbling into my life or watching my contents. It is not easy, but with the gods on our side, we keep on pushing. So please, as you join, let me know your location and what you represent. I mean, your nickname will be more better, if not your real name. Nothing do you, my brother. I greet you. Namani B from Germany. Child. One came back to the cruise. And I've got to the cruise there. Well, I know they finish. I know I'm right now, to my people who are still waking up, shall be well with you. And to the ones who have woken up, they have finished their business, waiting for the time for them to go back home. And don't forget that today there is a Zoom meeting at the United States of Biafra government, spearheaded by Ngozi Olabueze. So that Zoom meeting is going to take effect from 7 p.m. Biafran time. 7 p.m. Biafran time. That is when it will take place. So please, make sure you join that Zoom and make your own contribution, whether financially, whether morally, whether moral support, you know. Not to moral support of Adwa or we go and no. Your moral support, your contribution, what you need to do and what not you need to do, so that we can move this country forward. We have become a nation, and there's no two ways about that. I don't know about you, but for me, I know it might not be an easy ride to get to the promised land. But don't forget that the road to success is always narrow. So anybody who is telling you that it will be a safe landing after the declaration of Biafra, then that person is a joke. And even within your own self, You are still saying, oh, immediately they declare the Biafra, then everything is okay, my brother. You are fighting with oppressors. The power you are fighting is not even it's not a child's play. It is a very heavy warfare going on, both physically and spiritually. Are you hearing me now? So, we believe that someday, somehow, one day, that Biafra should be recognized and should be a sovereign nation on its own. But the battle continues. Whether they like it or not, we must prevail. That is one thing that when I remember it gives me joy to keep on pushing. According to my headline, it might sound too funny. Maybe somebody will say now that my headline is misleading. It is not misleading. According to the information before me here, this information, look at it very well. I don't know whether you have seen it. Even if you cannot see what they write, you can see that logo of a lawyer. They say it is a Saka Jave OY law offices. So the content of this letter, who shared this letter is Ogechukwu Nkere, the self-acclaimed acting prime minister. He says that he had a message from Simon Ekpa, or rather, Simon Ekpa hired a lawyer from inside whatever they kept him, whether at home or in detention, and then instruct the lawyer to issue this letter. It is a 2 copies letter to Ngozi Orabeze, just to certify that Ogechukwu Nkere is the one Simon Ekpa chooses to represent him in his absence. My people, it no be small matter. The thing no be small matter. Moa very dark man in Biafra. I went into my own research. I made my own investigation. I researched. I checked and checked and checked. And I found out that even in the Google, this law firm is an online law firm. I make the research myself. I didn't hire anybody. I found out that this law firm is an online law firm, just like all these people that is doing that day street. Let me put it that way. That is on the street. They can hook online bank. That even if you make transfer from 90 tomorrow, you can't even get 50 cents. But they have millions of dollars inside that account. You can hook up online law office, a lawyer firm, online, the domain. You can hook it. So that's exactly what they did here. So when you go to make research about this, you ask Google, let me call the name in case you want to make your own research. So that it will not be like I am gaslighting you. I am not gaslighting anybody. What I'm telling you is the real truth. What I found out about the letter I've been circulating. And Ogechukwu Nkere, with his followers, and the Sonai keep on using abusive languages simply because we did not follow them. I don't see I never see anything bad of you follow P2B and this one follow Tunumbu, this one follow Atiku. At the end of the day, now one thing they are fight, somebody who will stand as the #1 citizen in that zoo. Then after that, you are in government. I mean, you claim to be in government. Either you went there directly or indirectly. Then the other side is also doing their own thing as a part of their own government to make sure that their country is good. That is the work of an opposition. Okay, let's break this in this way. Let's assume that Ogechukwu Nkere is now the real government as he claims. Not that he is, but let me just put it that way. He is now the real government as he claims. Because this thing, let us break it on a logical terms. Let us assume he is now the real government, which is APC. Then Ngozi Orabeze now becomes P2B, which is Labour Party, as an opposition. Just use your own initiative. Think about what they happen now. If you are following Ogenkere and he's doing everything humanly possible to satisfy himself before the Biafrans, then definitely there's something wrong somewhere, or there is a very deep secret they are not telling me and you. I am not against you. If you like, you can follow Abarawa. In fact, follow him to his bedroom. None of my business. But I want you, as an Igbo man, that wise saying that the wise men are from the east, and up to this point you can never be wise again. Instead, you join them to be abusing your own brother. I made a video this morning where I talk about the egg of breaking. An Igbo man came to me, whether it's an Igbo man I don't know, but it's bearing an Igbo name, came to my comment section and said, why the people following Ngozi, why are they afraid of egg? That if I am not afraid that I should be doing open incantation and swearing for Biafrans who did not follow the real person. I replied that comment. I usually reply comment. I don't normally reply comment because of a lot of comments. So man can I reply, okay, man can I reply. I replied the comment and I asked him if this egg is really working and we are still in exile. Don't you think that this is where we needed this so-called either pastor, prophet, or dibia, vam, to break the eggs? At least let's start from Hope Uzodinma. Break the egg on the head of Hope Uzodinma so that he will die and the Biafrans youths will stop dying. I'm still waiting for that guy to reply me. I will not call him any derogatory name. I'm still waiting for him to reply me. Oh, so this egg can work. So you can get power to swear for your own brothers simply because they did not follow who you follow or do not believe in your government, but they cannot swear for DSS so that they will free Mazenam they can overnight. Wow. Is this how it works? So that means the egg only works anti-clockwise. Instead of doing the opposite, it came back to do another thing. So this egg is working. I'm asking that guy, you, and yet Vam, who claimed to be a disciple of Simon Ekpa, could not break that egg on the heads of all the whole Finland police and their government so that they will free Simon Ekpa. Can you see how we have just, out of ignorance and jealousy, or why must it be this person who do it, we have suddenly lost our sense of reasoning. Are you hearing me now? Suddenly we lost our own sense of reasoning that your egg is breaking. So Vam is busy calling for 7 people. We're going to break egg. Ngozi will be blind. Ngozi will be this. Ngozi will be that. That means Ngozi is the real thing. I don't want you to believe me, but do your own research. Sit down. Have your own critical thinking. Then you come back and tell me what's the difference between APC and P2B. Because P2B stands as the real opposition party whom they are afraid of 2027. I'm not P2B spokesperson. I'm not here to say him as a candidate, but I'm just using it as a typical example of what is happening now. Okay, we give it all to Ogenkere. Can't him do the work? Just like APC are not doing anything. The only thing they are waiting for, anybody who come out to criticize the government, they will use almost over 1,500 million eggs to attack that person, just to say the narrative before the international community that what that person is saying is not true, but they know it is true. Tinubu and APC government are paying more to media aids so that they keep on circulating propaganda rather than they pay their workers minimum wage. So we give you the power now. Okay, so can't you concentrate? Do that thing that you have been called to do instead of attacking another person who is also busy doing her own. P2B is not the president, but I can count you anywhere P2B is going. They are addressing him as a president. Recently, he went to Indonesia. They also address him as His Excellency. All the old places in the north, P2B have gone for one place or another, spending his own money, building boreholes, schools, hospitals, and the rest of them. But he is not a government. Okay, let's take Ngozi as P2B. So can't you concentrate and do that work you went and grabbed? Just like Lumbu said, power is not served a la carte. Grab, snatch, and run with it. Ogechukwu came, he grabbed his snatch, he run with it. Then do with the power you have grabbed, use it to do something. The problem is now Ngozi Orabeze, left, right, and center. Your egg is working, and yet food insecurity have bedeviled our people. Fulanis are killing us, and breaking of egg is working in the head of your own fellow brother. And tomorrow you come out and tell me that you are a freedom fighter. I'm not even against Sonia Parawa or Vam, who is calling for people that will break egg. I'm against my own people, my own brothers, the people I call my own, that they are Biafrans, that they are the ones who are facing almost what we are facing. Everybody is facing the thing. Even if it never reach to you, but it has reached to somebody who is close to you, still believe them that the breaking of the eggs is going to work. And while our governors are getting us, why can't we? In fact, if the egg is working, my brother, I will donate one diner of egg. Let us continue breaking it so that all the whole governors is going to buy. In fact, all the whole political criminals in the southeast will go down. But my brother, all this is about that dash. You are creating content. So what am I saying? When I make my research on this law firm, this law firm have no history. This law firm is all being hosted on Google 4 days ago. The law firm that they use now to threaten Ngozi Orabeze again. But before we proceed, I will read part of the message on this thing so that you will know where we are coming from and where we are heading to. He said, to the legitimate body who make him legitimate, who certify Ogechukwu as legitimate government. Who? Which law firm? The same law firm they hosted online, so that they will use it to write name. If you go to this law firm, you Google it and open it, the picture you will see on the profile of this law firm is the same picture of ex-Mazin Namdeka, Simon Ekpa's wife, ex-Marianne, who appeared online the other day, that Simon Ekpa is this, like this, like that. That is the same woman on the... You can please Google it. Do your own research by yourself. Don't believe what I said, but do your own research. I found out that this thing had been hosted on Google 4 days ago. Then yesterday, being 14th, they used the same thing, their domain to write message to send to Ogenkere, so that he will circulate it on social media that he is now the real, the legitimate government. Okay, let's take it this way. The tradition now is this: if you are in this struggle and you are being captured, or rather you are out of the space, nobody is going to take any instruction from you. That is the tradition, because Simon Ekpa did it. So even Simon Ekpa can never talk to you directly without a code if he is not being allowed to make public utterances. So if you want to talk to anybody, he must use a code that they are using in within that terrain. So Simon Ekpa just come out now and call any person a lawyer. Please draft a message, send it to my legitimate leader. I beg, let me read it. I beg. He said, to the legitimate governing body of the United States of Biafra. Don't forget, they never believed in the United States of Biafra. They still believe that we are under BG. They still believe that the government that have been declared by Ngozi Orabeze is illegal. So now, it is now admitted again to being a USB. But before, all this while they have been parading themselves as BG. He said, United States of Biafra, in bracket BG, and all Biafran beloved brothers and sisters. Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's statement. My brother, Emma, when you want to become a criminal, just pray you become a smart criminal. Pray you become a smart criminal. Look at what happened here now. Don't forget, this message is 14/2/2025. It's a Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's statement. To begin this direct message from His Excellency Obong Simon Ekpa Njoko. I beg, how Obong take enter name of Simon Ekpa? I ask again, please, my people wey dey hear me, if you are Ogenkere follower, how Obongo take enter Simon Ekpa name? Simon Ekpa is Simon Ekpa Njoko. That is his real name. How Obongo take enter his name? To tell you that this is somebody's letterheading, or rather somebody's message. They bring it and copy the letterhead of the what do you call it, the law firm that hosted online, and put it, write the address and everything. In editing the name, they forgot to remove this Obong, because this is not Simon Ekpa's name. But people that is following Ogenkere is busy now circulating Madam Orabu Fulani, Madam Gopao. But now people, the wise men are from the east. How manage? Or have we lost that title? Or is it just a mere title that the wise men are from the east? Because the level of illiteracy my people are deciding these days, I'm sorry to use that word, it is alarming. The level of literacy, it is alarming. If you check all of them that is doing all these things, circulating this, most of them are graduates. I'm telling you, if you check these things now, most of them that are busy celebrating this thing now, Madam Igoba, don't worry. When I get to comment section, even you yourself, we know. Let us read this message. So please, capture it. They said, from His Excellency, Obongo, O-B-O-N-G, Simon Ekpa Njoko, I first clarify my position as his authorized spokesperson. I work as his long-term civil lawyer under the legislation and ethics concerned, and our relationship enjoys attorney-client privilege with large possibilities to communicate orally, freely, in specially organized and ensure safe negotiation space only the two of us present. He is overjoyed that the restoration of independence of his holy home country, Biafra, was declared in his own hometown, Late. However, there were recent events that make him not only deeply worried but totally disappointed. This itself is not even a very consulted English of a lawyer, a qualified lawyer for that matter. He is very angry that some certain persons and artificially created entities under them have been directly disobeying his clear orders and commands. The first command disobeyed was his clear and simple instruction for everybody to fall back to the original structure of Biafra government in exile. Have you seen it? But initially now, they are writing United States of Biafra, which was after the declaration we become United States of Biafra. When we never declared is BG. Now you tell us to fall back, and at the beginning of the letter you tell us that to the legitimate governing body of the United States of Biafra, which are very complicated issues left and right and center. Very complicated messages left, right and center. As if we don't understand English again. Or am I dreaming? Or am I doing too much? Let us continue. He said, yeah, okay. He said, meaning its original form and composition in the beginning. Prime Minister asked Madame Dr. Ngozi Orabeze as a chief of staff to take care of the daily errands. That is the first paragraph. Second paragraph, on his behalf, while he is away. Nothing more, nothing less, not to dissolve and not to create. His detention having prolonged far more than originally expected led to his second instruction, which was to elect a reacting prime minister. A reacting prime minister for the BG, okay. The outcome of the vote, which Mazi Simon fully supports, was that Mr. Ogechukwu Nkere, in addition to being the finance minister of BG, should also start his work as an acting prime minister with the full powers of the office, including leading and representing the interests of the United States of Biafra. Both first and second comments were sadly, evidently disobeyed by Dr. Orabeze, and not only being disobedient, did she go forward and created her own shadow cabinet with no permission, authorization, and legitimization of the BG and Mazi Ekpa. The rest of Dr. Ngozi Orabeze's activities do not even end the space to be mentioned here, since all actions in it, including so-called dissolving of the BG and her enacting pretend and reckless bills, such as the right to carry firearms, using her misguided group and some astray late persons. Let me ask, if this message is from a lawyer, can a lawyer who have been hired by Simon Ekpa then calling the Biafrans who are paying her salary misguided groups? Can it be so? It can never be so. Name calling started from Sonai Barawa. I repeat myself. Name calling started from Sonai Barawa. A lawyer can never come and say Ngozi Orabeze and his misguided followers, groups. Hey, let us continue. He said, including what do you call it? Misguided group and some astray led persons, including Mr. Uche Ubi, are so clearly against Mazi Simon Ekpa's will. The Mazi Ekpa believe that every right-thinking individual should recognize these activities as illegitimate, dangerous, and destructive to the great cause of internationally recognized, respected, and independent United States of Biafra. Mazi Ekpa feels deep sadness realizing the havoc the action described above have already created, not speaking of the bad reputation caused by constant internet posting by Dr. Ngozi Orabeze in the guise of using on behalf of the Prime Minister. In her quest for fame and power, she blackpaints her fellow countrymen and women who are working for the great cause of Biafra. She makes false statements and broadcasts using her illegitimate group that is not an authoritative organ for Biafrans. Anthony Mariane, Master of Laws, Chairman of the Board of Mr. Kaore Karo BBA Office Manager, Expertise and Excellence. So, with this full point of mind, I am sure that I'm able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that Ogechukwunkere have a lot he is hiding. I don't know how we can reveal that, but with time, because it's only truth that can stand the test of time. Only truth that can stand the test of time. Every other thing is a lie. Are you hearing me now? Where is this comment? Let me get to the comment section of this message, so that you hear things by yourself. You're supposed to have a critical thinking. Critical thinking is required in this time, my people. Critical thinking, all the required. You cannot tell me that the wise men are from the east, and yet we keep on behaving like Mumu. Was sorry to use that word. How can we believe this trash? Look at a letter from a lawyer. The message is not yet over, sir. I stopped at the paragraph 2. You have paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. But I will continue from where I stopped. Let me emphasize on this. So, how can Biafrans come out now? Or rather, People used to address us even until tomorrow that the wise men are from the east. And somebody who saw this, you cannot make your own research. You have smartphone, you have laptop, you have desktop in your working places, in your home, in your office, in your bedroom. Then what are the need of all these things? If you are wasting money to buy all these gadgets and you cannot use them at this critical time, it's of no use, my dear. Go and discard all of them. In fact, sell them off. If you cannot be sold, throw them inside a lagoon. A law firm they used. This letter is copy and paste. And they forgot to amend some things or edit some things. When did the Simon Ekpa begin to answer Obong? Obong no be Calabar name, na Calabar name. I beg Simon Ekpa na Calabar. I ask again, my people, the followers of Hogan Kere, Simon Ekpa na Calabar, how does Obong enter into that document? This one will disappoint them. You don't know when God want to kill a man, he first make him mad. He first confuse him with every move they make. This move they try to make now, look at where they have fallen down. If you go to the comment section, people, almost half of the people that commented highlighted it. Obong. Who is Obong? Maybe that letter is meant for somebody that have been summoned via Akparawa. Then he went and they did it. Everything that they contained on it, he went and they did. Then adding name, he forgot to delete Obong. Are you hearing me now? So that is it. You can see how gullible these people are. Very, very gullible. Desperate for today's fundraising. The letter came yesterday. Do you know why? They hosted the website 4 days ago. That's when the website entered domain. I mean the domain when it entered light. 4 days ago. In that 4 days ago, yesterday is Friday, he presented that nonsense letter. Against today being fundraising. I told us here every time. Every Friday, my brother, go and read it, go and mark my word. They will always come out, they will always like to pull out one string that will make Biafra to believe that they are real against that day fundraising. I keep on making this comment over and over and over again. When will you people take me serious? You see, 14, they put the weight. 15 today, fundraising. Next week, Friday, there will be another one that they were going to use again. Maybe this time around, they are going to bring Adam to be calling him Ngozi, Arabese, stop. Very soon, all the Tukunkere Gemeya with Abarawa and Vam. They are going to go to kidnap Adam and tell Adam what to talk. So that you come out and say, my daddy say, Dr. Ngozi, stop Biafra. Me. And the people will say, yes, now the son of Odogu have come out to speak. And Ngozi need to bow. My brother, you see, if Radish Jungle, there's no brother in jungle, there's no sister in jungle. And anybody telling Dr. Ngozi Arabeye to back down, nobody have that power unless Simon Ekpa is out from wherever he is hiding. That is when he will be believed. But for now, Nnamdi Kanu, when Aloy bring out one nonsense letter, said Nnamdi Kanu wrote, Ekpa made it clear, Nehi Kaba, even if Nahim write and he write that letter under duress, we are not going to obey until he come out face to face in Finland. Then we are going to call short the sit at home. So now, even you being in that cabinet of that government, now you want Ngozi to back down simply because you went and concocted a letter allegedly that Simon Ekpa's lawyer, I don't know how some people reason themselves, come, we will be Igbo self. It's right time we begin to unearth some certain things, because these people are taking us for a ride. They're taking us for granted. Whether they are doing the right thing or they're doing the wrong thing, but I can tell you, what I see here is nothing but scamming and fraudsters pretending to be strugglers of Biafra. Anywhere they go, they see flag of a US and other country flag. They will just jump into it, take picture. Now we are going to Capitol, having a meeting. And Biafrans, the wise men come from the east, will begin to celebrate under the picture. You didn't see him in a hall where they're having a meeting. There's no any video evidence where he was there talking about the goodness of Biafrans. Just he saw any office that have a American flag on this doors that at the door, he will stand. Okechukwu now have hired a cameraman that move with him everywhere he go. Anywhere he go, he have a cameraman, courtesy of Biafran fundraising that he's supposed to use to work for the Biafra at home. Rather, he use it to recruit more internet bulldogs. Sorry to use that word. He used it to recruit more internet bulldogs to be attacking Biafrans, calling them names simply because they didn't believe in you. That you come out and tell me that this is 6, and I said I didn't believe it is 6, it is 9, does not make me a fool or an illiterate. Are you hearing me now? It does not make me an illiterate. Your belief cannot be the same with my belief. You cannot force me. Oh, this lines here, as this line differs, that is how our destiny differs, and that is how our understanding differs. So I didn't believe in what you believe does not make you to come out and be calling me demons, curse to people, urchins, no any name they have never used to denigrate the whole Biafran nation. And we all fold our arms, clapping hands for them. As Igbos, we fold our hands, clapping hands for them. How have we become this weak? Because this is a sign of total weakness to me and to everyone out there watching this video. Let us complete the reading of the letter. Then we'll come back to discuss more at the comment section. He said, Moses Ekpa maintains that his direct command is for Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to fully stay away from any publicity. All they are trying is to make sure that Ngozi never appear anywhere. Let me remind you, Godswill Akpabio is in direct contact with Sonia Akparawa, and he is the thing. Through him, they are manipulating Oge and other ones into making sure that they stop Ngozi Orabueze. Because Ngozi have given some command that is so irritating for the Nigerian government. In fact, some command they don't want to hear. This command of carry arms, they don't want to hear it because it was their agenda. Let's take it this way. US under Barack Obama, they sponsor terrorists in Nigeria. They sponsor Fulani killers men in Nigeria. Who are cashing those money that are sending in Nigeria every month? Because this money is being sent every month to sponsor the terrorism. So each time anybody wake up to challenge the status quo of giving an order to carry arms to defend yourself, they will see you as a very, very big threat to them. And they can do anything, pay any money to make sure that they get that person out of the way. So this everyday pushing of one narrative or the other, that Ngozi must step down like this, my brother, they are really external forces sponsoring these people. Just like Good Luck said during the time of Obama, the people that are sponsoring the Boko Harams are not far from us. And he called Obama name, which Obama never debunked that rumor. But today, everything have made open. Nobody believes Good Luck Jonathan because he's an African man, or rather a Nigerian man, or rather an Igbo. But now a US congressman from the House have come out now to leak everything. USID, what they are sponsoring, Boko Haram, ISWAP, even like ourselves, they are into it. Now everybody was believing now, hey, it's true, it's true. But when Goodluck was shouting this, people think that because he is failing, that is why he come to complain. Because that is one thing about Nigeria. The same people who can get Goodluck about fuel subsidy removal are now the same people who are celebrating Tinubu. And the so-called stupid media house never remember to ask them this question, because I'm very sure it is also fresh in their memory when they are interviewing all these criminals, but they will not ask because all of them are complicit. So what is it? Do your own, let me do my own. If these people are really working for Biafrans, let me tell you this. If you are okay watching me, I didn't tell you to follow Ngozi. In fact, if you cannot even follow anybody, better for you. But please, calm down to ask yourself this question. If Ogechukwu is working for the Biafrans, if he is truly working for the liberation of Biafrans, he would have been the one to do something that he would do in the Biafra land. He don't even need to advertise himself. His work will advertise for him. Just like the work of Simon Ekpa advertised him that made me, somebody like me, to follow him. This is very simple. It is not a rocket science. You don't need a native doctor or soothsayer to tell you this. Do your work. Let the critics criticize you, but do the work and buy people's trust and know, yes, he is for us. But they don't have that IQ. They want to be a criminal, but they are not smart criminals. Here are the very, very simple. You cannot do your work. You cannot allow another person to do. That means there's something behind. He said, including social media, he also asking Biafrans to know the following. That Mr. Ogechukwu is the acting prime minister with his full support. And the Biafrans must give him support. Must. It's under must. You must follow Oge. Have you seen the kind of word they are using? Biafra must give you support. So if you come now, that's why they are forcing everybody. They will choke you. You must follow. You must follow us, whether I like it or not. Is that okay? That BG is the only legitimate government that will liberate the United States of Biafra and get recognition for Biafra using the structures the Prime Minister already put in place, including the lobby and legal representation. That Dr. Ngozi Orabeze and also must stop deceiving and confusing Biafrans by using his name and stop impersonating his person in any way. That Mr. Uche Obi must understand that so far he has betrayed his trust. He must stop henceforth enabling the activities of Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, including using letterheading bearing the Prime Minister's name and office. The PM believes that all Dr. Ngozi Orabeze and Mr. Uche have done endanger Biafrans and set the BG agenda backwards. Lastly, I am very aware that Dr. Orabeze has stopped all my discussions with her, but I am sure that clever and wise Biafrans sure understand that my speaking with her was to deliver instruction from the PM. So no other reason using and posting my words, even cutting and joining them to suit our selfish interests. A lawyer, now they talk this one, Abi. Name calling started from Simon Ekpa. Get brain, my brother. My brothers, Biafrans, make una wake up. Name calling started from who? From Sonny Agbarawa. If this one is a lawyer can never use this word. Because if you use this word, this one is self-indictment to you. Ngozi can sue them for calling her selfish. You come and explain with your own empirical evidence how she becomes selfish. Okay, let's continue. It says, so selfish interest show that she confesses my position of being the Prime Minister's attorney and spokesman okay, spokeswoman, even though she refused to follow the commands of the prime minister. Now, this new message is written only in a alterable form and delivered to the publicized only by the person chosen by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Mr. Emmanuel Mado Abum, on behalf of the acting Prime Minister, Mr. Ogechukwu Nkere. And I still remember this one and the second lawyer where they write letter to Ngozi Orawere. The first one they said Elias I think Amani Dabiri. The first letter that I was reading with Amani Dabiri. Okay, that one is not enough. And in writing this letter, you make it in continuation of the first letter, which is from two different law firms. Call me very dark black man of Biafra. With all these points I have raised now, you don't need anybody to tell you that, my dear, they have failed. Because when they fail, they will do everything humanly possible to make sure they try to convince people. Just like Nigerian government. You see they fail? Yes, they fail. That is why Tinubu is traveling from left, right, and center. You are going to look for investors when your country not even have light. You are buying big private jet to enable you to travel a luxury lifestyle while on the air, while you have insecurity. Who is coming to invest in that country that have insecurity? You try everything humanly possible to praise yourself that you are doing well. When you are not doing well, that means Ogechukwu Nkere now is APC. I must convince people by all means that I am the chosen one. I must convince people by all means that I am the elected president and I have what it takes to deliver my people. But you are not delivering the mandate. That means you are a criminal. A group for that matter. So at the end, it said, date, place, and signature. Latte City on the 14th of February 2025. This document is undersigned by the Act of Electronic Services and Communication in the Public Sector, Chapter 3, Paragraph 9. Misguiding, also misused for so many times. Okay, Marianne, Simon Ekpa, Njoku, LLM, Prime Minister, Latte Finland, on behalf of Marianne, Master of Laws, Latte Finland. So, I don't see how the whole thing goes. But look at where you will get shortalized. Here is where you are going to be shocked about our people. I swear. Eba ko ya wo chai one ike I swear. Now yeah, you know say our people, they are not really doing well. They are not really doing well. What is that message? One all the very, very painful. Very, very painful. So look at the comments here. Omega said, another important message from our Prime Minister. Now, follow now a real Biafran, that wise man from the East. It seems like we are going to change it now to wise women come from the East. Because the men, we don't turn totally. We don't turn totally. We the men don't turn totally. Totally from the East, not wise men from the East again. Omega said, another important message from our PM. I hope Ngozi will obey this message as it is and not twist it as she does to other messages. John C said, English na your mate. See who want lead John C, okay? Simon Ekpa said, Ewu, the same format used by DOS criminals. Peter Lentu said, look them, not them. Ekuke, them. Ngozi Bridget Azubike said, you know well, you can't force people to follow you. If you like, bring Prime Minister on video to say so. You will be wasting your time. This is a very fact. It is very factual. Do that work you want to do. Convince Biafrans. Let one country come out now and said, Biafra, and make a kind of a press briefing or press interview and said, we are now recognizing Biafra as a nation under the acting Prime Minister Simon Ogetukun. My brother, all of us go gather follow you. So why are you forcing people? Why are you forcing people? Everything is doing. Now the second lawyer, on the long run, we are still going to get another lawyer. But that is not the point. My brothers and sisters, BIK0, what is these people hiding about Simon Ekpa? Ogetukun and his camp, they know more than the cat. They know something that maybe Ngozi is not aware. That is why they are trying to grab this power by all means. That's why they are trying to satisfy this power they have grabbed by all means. What is that thing that they are hiding from the Biafrans? Because it got me worried. Every time they try to pull a string to make sure they convince Biafrans, in that message now, you see, somebody said, we must follow Ogenkere. What is that thing that they are hiding? Have they killed Simon Ekpa while we are waiting for his return? My people are ready. Well, it's better. But let us keep our arms crossed. I've already said those attacking this message are not supporting Biafra, but Nigerian politics, which has no place in Biafra. As I Sunday said, criminals everywhere. Enos said, Mr. Nkere, you lack the wisdom to lead Biafrans. You have no wisdom of leadership. In case you don't know, so I advise you to respect yourself and maintain your level. Moses Simon, heart attack must kill you. Ewu Gambia, if you like, go bring your mama from village to write in your language. Chineke ga-akpọ gị ọkụ. Sad said, you go explain tire, Agboro man. Simon Ekpa done Biafra. What happened to Elias? You see him? You have Elias. So these people are just, if they just get like 500 naira, they'll give to one nonsense lawyer to come and make a statement and use their head, their headies to write all manner of things because he want to solidify power. He want to grab power. He want to run with it and want to snatch it. Today is fundraising, we understand. Somebody who is seeing the thing from my own point of view. Today is fundraising, we understand. When KUC said criminals, Andrew Orlando said, what is Obong Ekpa BIK0? Ask that question. You that is supporting Ogenkere, what is Obong Simon Ekpa Njoko? How Obong take enter Simon Ekpa name? when God want to kill a man, he will first make him run mad. This is actual madness that is running in the vein of Akbarawa, Ogenkere, and Vam. Very, very big madness. Don't blame me when I said Otilo in the video I posted this morning that Vam is gone. Everyone was supposed to be writing RIP to him. Because what it means now is just small, chickeny. He will begin to go on the street and be picking kokum. And what happened at last? Car will just hit him from nowhere. And that is the end of Solomon Grundy. They are gone. This is total madness. You want to edit. You want to become a criminal but not a smart criminal. Instead of you to write it the way it's supposed to be, go to put Obong Simon Ekpa Njoko. So Simon Ekpa now is from Calabar. Is that what they are telling us? We don't know. We all know that he is from Ebonyi State. Or Hausa precisely, if I'm not mistaken. Fabrice said, Biafran, please lead this. I saw this supposed letter from PM yesterday from the donate platform and felt it imperative to address some of the points. 1. I didn't know Simon Ekpa's name is Obong Simon Ekpa Njoko. Make that they hear, please. When did the Akwa Ibom adopt Prime Minister Simon and give him Obong? Let's say they give him one. Obong. Peter Stanley said, we are about this stage before. When our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Biafrans are wise, you think he is joking. We stand with the government of United States of Biafra. As simple as that. And that is the letter Nnamdi Kanu wrote that time. This is the letter. That is the letter that time. When Simon Ekpa said, unless he come out, he might write this letter on duress. So the same Ogenkere, who is part of the cabinet that said we cannot agree to what Nnamdi Kanu wrote, is now using different lawyers to cajole Biafrans to do and donate money for him. We understand today is fundraising. So everybody, oh yeah, go donate. The Voice of Freedom said, you go explain tire in USB heavily led by Ngozi Ora with Biafran stand. Keep ranting. We have defeated you traitors and coup plotters against the government of USB. So more of these comments, you can log on to X and go to the account of your acting prime minister, Ogetukwu. Then you continue from where I stopped. I don't think I will proceed again because my voice is really going down. So I have to save it for tomorrow. Because if I force it, it will be disastrous. So my good people, happy Saturday to you all. Because I love you all from the depth of my heart. If you watch this video and you get to this point, it shows that you are really in love with Okute Delito. My brother, may my chief bless you and prosper you. May my chief provide to you things that you cannot be able to provide for yourself. But you have the desire to have them. And you are hardworking. It must surely come to pass in your life. Nobody is going to say nothing to this prayer. It is from the depth of my heart that you watch me to this level over an hour plus, and you are still online here. Child, my brother, my sister, as long as they want to more than one for when and I know about Nana, Gabru Kebe, fire defender, fire, talk about fire do what they do they do Ganapata. I am doing I have one, Nick and Nap and I have for your Johnny Meniru Gano Nazo, on a good Nazo, Gano Niru, on a Meniru Nazo, my brother, and only a titty. Or maybe taking a titty, fellow Nelu, they won't get a Ugo, Mugo Keo. I hear me now. And that is my prayers for you. And it shall be well with all of you. Emphasis on all. Whether you like me or you hate me, my prayer is for everybody. I pray that you may change to understand that this race is not something you just come out and carry it in your mind, but believe that the government you are following is doing the right thing, not the wrong thing. And you also contribute your own quota in this struggle. I am doing my own here. The one I'm doing now is my own. I'm doing circulating the message. Whenever I see anyone that is wrong, I will come out here and tell you that this one is wrong. Whenever I notice Kurukere Waka, whether from Ngozi or from Ogenkere, so that tomorrow posterity will not judge me and my generation. So Kachineke mezi okwu ọ ga-adịrị gị mma, ọ ga-adịrị ngụnwa na n'olu m mma n'afọ nna na nwa na nke mmụọ nsọ. Ngwa my people chejela here, ọ na-akwado eko 12 midnight ka ndị edowe isi na ụra. It will be well, it is well with all of you, and it is well with all my fans. Okay, Messiah.